Lost a little early, y'all. Started off. Get this out of the way. Let me turn this. Turn this down. Right off, huh? No, hell no. I'll go this way. What's up, John? How you feeling, bro? Alright, hold on 1 second. Let me switch this real quick. Switch one thing. Chat, subscribers. There we go, y'all. Here. Right here. Little holy perks on 13,000 now. Just living life, huh? That's what's up, man. I started this live a little bit early. Let's start a poll. Let's see, what could the poll be about? How y'all feeling today? Oh man, nerd day, man, nerd day down. Sound a little better. Man, I hope you're doing all right, bro. Things will get better for you, man. You just gotta stay positive and keep your head up. Put a plan together, man. You know what I'm saying? You got this, bro. It ain't nothing for you to just figure things out, bro. Sit there with your pops and make a plan, man. You and your dad got good ideas, bro. If you just sit there and put a plan together, it'll come together for you, but you gotta be smart and actually put a correct plan together, because if you don't put the correct plan together, then it's not gonna be worth nothing, you know what I mean? You gotta actually know and put stuff together, and you know what you gotta do, John. We talked about this a couple times, man. You know what you gotta do. Just whatever you do is get the depression out your head. There ain't no depression, man. It's all how you think, man. It's all how we think. If we think like we're gonna be depressed and stuff, that's what's gonna get y'all down, man. I can't think about that, man. Y'all be lucky y'all didn't wake up on a ventilator. Shit, I've been chilling, trying to just do this AI. I've been doing a lot of AI stuff. I got a 4-series episode coming out with me and the alien. We're doing podcasts. I'm teaching people about self-destruction and a little bit of history in between. So, what's everyone doing out there tonight, man? How was y'all weekend? Y'all do anything interesting? Was there anything cool out there, man? I know summertime's almost over. I still want to go to the zoo, hit the zoo up. And I wanted to go to Vegas. They got this thing called the Sphere. Bro, that shit is like that. Give me 1 second. I'm about to grab this. I gotta grab it. I gotta take this hoodie off too. See, sometimes the chat GPT thing be working and sometimes it don't. Let me see if it's working. Hold on. Hey, chat GPT, can you hear me? All right, tell me today's latest news. Chat GPT, can you hear me? Chat GPT. Hold on, let me start over because I disconnected with it. Can you hear me, Chat GPT?
Yep, I can definitely hear you.
All right.
No worries there. Let's dive into whatever you've got on your mind.
All right, catch me up on what we're gonna do for episode 2 with Draco and Tantrum. Let's see.
Absolutely. Sure thing. So for episode 2 with Draco and Tantrum, we're basically going to pick up where we left off in the storyline. We'll dive a bit deeper into the whole Anunnaki and Nibiru theme you've got going on. We can add in some of the 16:9 visuals, and maybe throw in a little dramatic narrative twist in the middle to keep viewers hooked. Basically, it's all about expanding that lore and making it a bit more epic for the second episode.
So, I want to put something in there with self-destruction so the kids can learn. Remember to keep something educational in there for the youngsters to keep their minds open. Can we come up with the idea for that?
Absolutely. We can weave that right in. So maybe we add a scene where Draco and Tantrum stumble upon a moment where they're teaching some younger characters about the dangers of self-destruction. We could frame it as them telling a cautionary tale or giving some kind of wisdom about making good choices, so it's got that educational layer. That way it's not just about the epic storyline, but you're also dropping some life lessons for the younger audience.
Alright, that sounds like a plan. So I'm going to go on and think of something interesting, and then I want you to help me put it together so I can rewrite it, please.
Sounds like a great plan to me. You go ahead, brainstorm those interesting bits, and whenever you're ready, just bring them over and we'll piece it all together. Then we can polish it up and you can do your rewrite magic.
Thank you, and have a good day.
You're very welcome, and you have a great day too.
So basically, I was just showing y'all how you could have a conversation with ChatGPT and it will teach you, right? Yeah, everything's cool, bro. Fake hat. Oh yes, let the trolls come in, bro. Keep going. I love it. I love it. I love it, bro. Too bad I couldn't see your face so I could roast you back, bro. I have you crying. You would hate to be crying, huh? All you know how to do is spam chopped, 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 chopped. Come on, Mika. I can't breathe. I bet you can't breathe, young man. You better go get some help. Go take you a Tylenol. It's a fake hat. I don't wear fitted. I only wear fitted hats, little homie. You're George Floyd's uncle. That's what's up, little guy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you should use some prayer. That's what's up, man. I love it, bro. Come on, where's all the trolls at? Hey, why don't you try to see if someone else is in the troll to see who's funnier, right? And maybe y'all could go back and forth, right? And then I could go on Cash App whoever I feel like's the winner, right? Because I don't think you're a real troll, bro. Like, you got to say something funny to keep the people going, bro. Come on, man. Let's troll it. Troll it, little homie. See, that's not a fake-ass hat. Bro, that's not a troll. You're not funny, bro. You gotta just say something funny. Now, the glasses are fake because someone did steal mine. You know what I'm saying? Ben, the 3, have a great day, bro. I'm not sad, though, for real, bro. For sure, homie. Like, this is the best I've ever been in my life, homie. Like, I got everything I need: a house, a family, a car, a dog, money in the bank, money put up, a whole bunch of people inboxing me for tattoos. Like, man, I'm cool. You're kind of weird, ain't you, little guy? You know what we do to little guys like that? We just put you on timeout, right? We could just add you a timeout. But you know what? I'm not even gonna put you on timeout. Just keep going. Ben, yeah, for sure, man. I'm glad that you're doing all right, man. I hope you're doing all right, man. And Ella's life, you have a good day too. I'll be just want to see what the trolls is talking about, man. They're not funny though, bro. Like every once in a while you get a troll that's funny, right? And I like to see that, right? Because the trolls, you know what y'all do? Y'all help me get my watch time. So keep on watching, little buddy. Stay around as long as you want. But when you get to disrespecting other people in the chat, that's when I'm gonna have to boot you, little homie. I'm not worried about your disrespecting me, you know what I'm saying? Because, man, you don't know the type of lifestyle I lived, homie. There's nothing you can say that can hurt my feelings, little homie. Nothing. So give it your best shot. That don't hurt my feelings either, bro. See, one thing for sure, I know that there's racist people out there, right? A lot of people don't know how to think and use their head. A lot of people use color to divide each other. They use religion and all kinds of stuff. All right, let me see here. Hold on. Let's see. We're just gonna remove them. There you go, little guy. Oh no, hold on. Channel activity, app line. We're gonna put you in timeout, little guy. We're gonna put you in timeout for 5 minutes, man. If you're still around in 5 minutes, we'll see what you're talking about, little Jude. Ella's life. My apologies, little homie. I be liking the trolls, but I don't really want them to go at none of my people or nobody in the chat that's trying to be respectful. You feel me? But like I was saying, I'm doing an episode with Draco, right? And Draco's an alien, right? And he comes in through the TV and stuff, right? But he's here to teach people, like, he's going to be asking questions like, so you mean you guys kill each other for color? Like, he's not going to understand, right? Because there's a lot of things that we walk around and we think we understand, but we don't really fully understand. You know what I mean? So my thing is to bring the attention. Like, I don't tell the little homies the stove's hot. I show them it's hot, and then I show them how not to burn themselves. Because if I just came out the fire and I see the little homies running towards the fire, I'm not going to let y'all run towards the fire and get yourself hurt. Definitely not going to do that. So I always be here for y'all, and I always try to uplift people and let y'all know that, you know, I did 15 years of my life incarcerated. And 18 months ago, I didn't know nothing about a computer, right? And now I'm teaching people. I can sell digital products, all kinds of stuff. I just choose not to because I don't have the time in the day to do the things that I need to do. I try to stay busy. That's how you stay out of trouble. And I try to stack my money because I got goals in life. I want to be a millionaire. I don't want $500,000. I want $1,000,000. And I always was pretty good at getting what I wanted. So let's see how this works out. Just got to work hard and to save your money correctly, and you can make anything happen. Even if somebody worked at like McDonald's, right, and they had the lowest type of job, if you could save money for a year and invest that money into some little company, like something that you enjoy doing, like nails or hair. Me, I do tattoos. My wife, she does candles, so like I try to invest in stuff like that. And then if I had somebody like that was real good with food, I invest in the food. You know, just try to generate money a whole bunch of ways. The whole thing is you're gonna have to work hard in the beginning of your life, and the point of this thing is you want to work less hard but get paid more, right? And so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start teaching the little homies how to get paid and save their money, because the way you think and the way you talk is everything. Yeah, see, and she probably makes a lot of money doing hair, right? Like, think about it. She could start off just braiding hair. Ask her, how was your night? I'm blessed. How was your night? So like she could start off braiding hair, right? And then pretty soon she's gonna get it down quicker and she's gonna get better and better, and then she could charge more and then more people will be coming. And then she don't even have to tax like everyone else. She could keep her prices down. Luciana Success, how you doing? I had let the trolls in for a minute, but I kind of got them out here because they start disrespecting people in the chat. So I like trolls. But yeah, that's all you gotta do though. If she starts doing hair, she could teach you how to do hair, or you can figure out what you want to do, and then you start doing hair. Let's just say she makes $100 a day, right? So when she does her hair, she puts $40 up every day, and she lives off the 60, right? The $60 is for food, to buy more products, to keep her business going, etc. To live off of. And that $40 a day, I think that's like almost $12,000 a year. If you put that up, if she put up $40 a day for like a year, that's like 12,000 or something like that. Let me think. 12. Now it's almost 15. It's like 14,000 or something like that. But and then she takes that money and she can invest into her own shop. She got to invest in herself, right? And that's how she'll get ahead, etc. And that's with any type of business, whether you're doing hair, tattoos, candles. You could be selling light bulbs. I see people going to the Goodwill and buying things from the Goodwill and reselling them. Like, there's a million ways to make money. You don't have to be doing all the wrong stuff, right? You want to be a singer? So then what you got to do is just keep working on your vocals. Whatever you feel like your weaknesses is, just try to make them your strengths, right? So I know one of my weaknesses right now is reading out loud, right? It's crazy because all I used to do is talk in groups of people and read out loud and teach people stuff. And after doing all that time locked up, you read the book silently. So now that I'm reading the book out loud again, I get to stuttering over words that are easy. So I know that's my weakness. That's what I'm going to work on to turn to my strengths. So I would say get a list and write down your strengths, your weaknesses, and then see what will make the most money, right? And then if you don't have no one to help you and you got ideas, you know what I'm saying? Oh, so you did stay around for the 5 minutes. Yeah, we get some more watch time out you, bro. More watch time out you. Hold on. Let's go. This time I'm only gonna put you in timeout for 5 more minutes, but then next time you gotta go, bro. You know what I'm saying? You said kick him. You want me to kick him? All right. He already deleted that. All right. Next time he says something, I put him on timeout. If he comes back in here, I'll kick him out. Yeah, cause I'm trying to teach y'all something. You know what I'm saying? That's easy. It's easy steps, y'all. It ain't even hard, right? All it is when you want that ice cream or whatever you're craving for, if it's food, or some people smoke weed, or people do other stuff, right? But whatever you're craving for, just sacrifice it and just smile to yourself, knowing that in a year from now, you'll get all the ice cream you want, or whatever it is. I don't know about the weed part. I don't condone people doing drugs and stuff, but I'll just say that you got to sacrifice to make yourself happy. And then when you do that, the people around you will see that and they'll start respecting that more and more and more. And then the people that you used to look up to, guess what? They're going to start looking up to you. I promise you that, man. I promise you. It's happened to me over and over and over again. There's been so many times where people looked at me and stereotyped me, and later on came back and apologized. And I didn't know what they was apologizing for, and they'd be like, well, I kind of just misread you. I know I give off a kind of a demeanor, but it balances my life out so people know I'm serious, because if I was too soft, people will walk over you, and if you're too aggressive, then people will be afraid of you, and I don't want people to be afraid of me. I want people to know that I'm trying to teach y'all something and tell y'all something important, right? Because a lot of times people say I talk fast, so people get scared of people that talk fast, like, oh, he's trying to run some type of game. But what it is I got so much information in my mind that I try to get to y'all as quick as possible before I forget it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll be telling y'all something in the middle of a sentence and then start thinking about a whole different plan or how you could do this and that, and then get off topic, and then sometimes I might never get back, but that's what a good speaker does. They'll bring it all the way back. Boom, 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 and then bring it all the way back to the original topic. So that's what I try to do. I try to take it for what it's worth and just teach everybody something. Even if you're older and you never got ahead in life, right? My favorite hobby is playing the video game. It used to be drawing, but when you draw and tattoo every day, all day, it don't become your favorite no more. The video game is like my escape. 2K, Call of Duty, that's about it, right? But I play basketball a lot. And working out. Working out relieves a lot of stress. It keeps you out of trouble, and it keeps you healthy. But that's how I look at that situation. But hopefully the troll left. The troll left is hopefully, you know what I mean? But so did y'all do anything interesting this week? Yeah, yoga is good. Yoga is good breathing. It's good for your heart, your lungs, your mind, your thinking. When you take deep breaths, you know when like people used to get, I don't know if you ever got mad and people be like, just take deep breaths and count down from 10. And you be looking like, man, that sounds like the most retarded stuff ever. Well, guess what? It probably really works. It's all how you think. And like I said, you want to get rid of your thinking. Like when you came in, I was telling John, he gets depressed a lot because the things going on in his life. I don't want to put all his business out there, but he's a loyal dude. Dude's a real loyal dude, and there'd be unloyal people around people. And that's how most of the world is. Think about it. Most of the people that are around you, you would think they would have your back more than anyone else, and they don't. It would be the stranger that will come and help you out. So I just say, if you want to keep singing, go on and just keep working on your vocals and connect with people and then try to do it different, right? Because think about it. If you listen to all these little dudes' music today, it almost all sounds the same, right? So have your favorite artist and then do what she does, but do a twist. You know what I mean? Or he does, or like whatever style you go into or what you like doing, you know what I'm saying? Just do it the same exact way, kind of mimic, but switch it up a little bit so it's your own twist. And that's what people like. So if you see someone's being followed by 1 million people and everyone loves them because just they're weird and they dress a certain type of way, that don't mean you have to do it like them. You know what I'm saying? But kind of just study people and then study other people. You know what I'm saying? When you study people, that's when you could really learn and educate yourself on the things that you need to teach yourself to get ahead in life. Because if you don't do that, you'll never get ahead in life. You'll be stuck. Alright. Let me see. High user on this channel. Yeah, I think that's what it is, right? There we go. He's out of there. We ain't got to worry about dude no more. God willing. But so did y'all do anything interesting this weekend? Me, I just did a whole bunch of tattoos and spoke the little homies' ears off about what they should and shouldn't do. Some of these little dudes are airheads. They're like Beavis and Butthead. You can tell them everything that they need to know, and they'll be sitting here scratching their head. And so I understand that some people ain't got it all the way like that. What's up, Asher? What's happening, man? How you feeling tonight? I'm killing off this weekend with a live. Try to see if I can pick up some subscribers and some watch time. I want to do a troll party, right? But I don't want no trolls to be disrespecting the other people in here that's really trying to learn something. So I'm glad that y'all are here and y'all being respectful, because that's the last thing that I want is for anyone to feel disrespected. I want people to go to sleep with good vibes, positive vibes, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want negative energy. You don't want to watch TV that has negative energy. And that's why I got away from the news. When you turn on the news, it's nothing but negative energy. And it's whatever they want to feed us anyways. So you just got to know that the world's messed up, and you just got to try to do what you got to do for your people, man, because at the end of the day, we're all we got. And so the difference is now, growing up, y'all had to be around the people y'all had to be around because y'all grew up together, went to the same school, was neighbors or something like that. But the whole thing is now you got a choice to be who you could be around, and you got YouTube, so you can talk to people in Europe and France and all them other places. Being the three said I was like playing with my homies on Call of Duty, Fortnite, and it was my little brother's birthday too. Yeah, that's what's up to your little brother. I said happy birthday, man. And, you know, try not to stress out. When y'all play Call of Duty and Fortnite, if y'all stay together as a team, y'all got a 85 chance, better chance of winning. Ella said, I made a song draft. I am posting it soon. Happy birthday to your brother. All right, so Ella, when we get off this live, make sure you comment in the comment section so I could go back and I could go check out your channel and I'll check it out for sure, man. Yeah, for sure, Ben. That's the whole thing, man. Just celebrate family, bro, and try to enjoy life and try to think of a plan, man. You got to think of a plan, you know, and just cruise life out, man. Life is only as hard as we make it. And I understand that there's struggles and there's a lot of weird people out there, but the whole thing is just stay away from weird people. I mean, it's alright to be weird. Everyone's different, but stay away from weirdos. When you become a weirdo, that's when the problem kicks in. But I'm also gonna do a couple videos on the youth. So like, if y'all got little brothers that are like hanging around the wrong people and they start doing dumb stuff, just like most kids do, you know, they'll sneak out. It starts off with little stuff, right? And you know, kids are gonna do what they do, but you just gotta kind of like educate them, you know, let them know that like this time and era, you can't go knocking on someone's door and running down the street no more because you might get shot. Maybe 30 years ago you could go and do that, but like people ain't playing about coming on their property, and man, the world's getting crazy, y'all. So I just say to pray for everybody, you know? Pray for your family and pray for yourself. And most importantly, right, I know this sounds crazy, but have conversations with yourself. You got to have a conversation with yourself or you ain't thinking. You know, like you got to come up with the plan, and when you bump your head and you see something ain't working, you got to shift and you got to maneuver and you got to make it happen. Yeah, it's crazy. It makes like, I don't even like leaving the house no more, like unless I have to. Like, and I miss like the sun and I miss a couple of the friends from back in the days, but they're friends from back in the days for a reason. If they was really family and they had love and best intentions, they know that I did what I did in life and I self-destructed and I hurted myself and I hurted my family. And if I didn't learn from that, then something got to be wrong with me. My thinking, you know, I was slow. Being the three, you have a good night. I got to go to bed for school tomorrow. All right, young man, make sure you stay out the way and make sure you don't let nobody get bullied, bro. I'm not saying step in and fight nobody, but don't let nobody pick on that little girl that's sitting there with the messed up shoes because you don't know what she's going through. You know, like her mom and dad could be molesting her or something crazy, and she's at school trying to learn and do the best she can, and the kids in the class is making fun of her because she ain't got the latest iPhone or good shoes. Man, don't let that happen. You know, if anything, help that little girl out, help that little boy out. So, good night, Ella. The Shot Success said it's about growth in life. For sure, right? And it's about development too, right? Like you grow and we develop, and hopefully, you know, that people get the bigger picture, because there's OG dudes out there that's my age, and there's a youngster in here the other day, and the little youngster, he was like praising one of his gang leaders out here, and the gang leader is an alcoholic powderhead. And I'm telling the little homie, no, you don't look up to people like that. People like that are crash dummies. You don't look up to people that put stuff in your nose and in their nose, and they drink all day and they don't want nothing in life. I said, don't you want something in life? And he does, right? He just got him a license. He's about to get him some insurance. He's door dashing. He switched his life around, you know. One of his best friends got killed right next to him. The day after I tattooed on these little dudes. They was in a stolen car, and one of his best friend got killed in front of him. Long story short. So now when I see him, every time I see him, I make sure I stay on him. Look, bro, you're staying away from people, right? You know, like, I'm not trying to be like a father. I just want people to use their head. Don't you want to live to be old? Ounce of Paradise, how you doing? Yeah, and the little dude really is listening. And then it's crazy, right? Because, like, I was super gang banged out, right? And I didn't really think there was too many people in the city right here where I am that was like me, that switched their life around. And there's actually somebody that lives on the next block, and he's a little bit older than me, and he's not with the self-destruction stuff, and he's probably not teaching the youth like I am, you know what I'm saying? But he definitely understands that growing up in the 90s around gangs and self-destruction, that we did it the wrong way. So we just be out here trying to teach the little dude something. But I don't even connect with people like that neither, for real, for the most part. I stay in my own lane, and I protect my own family. And that's what it is. And I try to help at least one or two people out every day. Someone different every day. I don't just try to help the same person out. That's like favoritism. I got to spread it out. And so then hopefully that love goes and they start spreading it out. Because some people are just greedy. They can have $1 million and they still don't want to come off $1. That's terrible. You shouldn't think like that. You know, there's people out here that need stuff, and we all struggle. So if we all sacrifice a little bit, then the next man ain't got to even struggle as much. You know what I mean? Like, teamwork. We think we're so smart, but there's cells in our body. There is cells in our body that are smarter than us, smarter than our brain, right? And they work in sync. They work together. They don't see no religion. They don't see no color. They don't see nothing. They know they got a job, and they got to get the job done. So I feel like if mankind thought more like how some of our cells think, then life would be a lot better. So, Rodney, Melissa, how y'all doing? I hope y'all having a blessed day. This weekend was a little busy for me, so I didn't really get to watch as much content as I want to watch. But I did take a list down of my top 20%, and something I was thinking about like yesterday and the day before, and Lushawn Success said today, like, I got to make sure I spread my time out, because if I really watch 20 of y'all's videos a day, and some of them be like 20 minutes, and that's not even counting the videos I watch when I'm learning stuff to do AI, where I got to pause every 3 minutes and make sure I'm doing this and that and doing things correctly, right? So I don't want to burn myself out trying to keep up with thousands of subscribers. So I wrote down my top 20%, and them other people I'm just gonna start rotating to. I was in someone else's live, and I seen that they said, I ain't gonna say if it was he or she, you know, I ain't into starting that on the internet, but they said that they're not into trying to pick up followers and being in a community like that, because they already got their 1,000 subscribers now. Now they got a different goal on the agenda. Right, so now I understand that, but it sounds kind of crazy how they put it, right? Like, it just didn't sound right to me, right? So I don't know if I'll be going back to that channel too much, you know? I just want people to have the right intentions, right? And when people got the right intentions, like, you could tell Ounce of Paradise, Rodney, Melissa, Ella's Life, I don't really know too much about you yet, but LaShawn Success, y'all can tell y'all try to do righteous deeds and try to, you know, uplift people. And then you got weird people that will still hate on y'all and try to sue y'all and bash y'all's name in. I mean, I haven't really heard no one bash no one's name in, because if someone speaks bad about any of y'all, I'm going to speak up for y'all like y'all were in the room with me. That's just how I get down. Lexus, what's up, big sis? How you feeling? Hope you're having a blessed night. It was a busy weekend. I did a lot of editing. I started doing this alien intro, and it started ending up being kind of creepy. Like, I felt like I was watching like Tales from the Crypt or Tales from the Dark Side, right? And that wasn't the vibe I was trying to give off, but The AI, I gotta learn how to control it just a little bit more. That's all. But it's gonna be educational, and then if I could get AI is only getting better and better, so I'm gonna just team up with AI. You know, they say don't use straight AI content because you'll get demonetized, right? But if you're in the video with the AI, then it's original content. You get it? You know what I'm saying? So it's all about how you use the AI. And so all I do is I try to find the best spots to get voiceovers, like 11 Labs and then Gemini 2.5. Now, and it's free, right? It's better than 11 Labs, so I got to go back and find that link, right? But there's so many other things you could do with the music. Now they know how to do lip sync with movements and stuff. So like the turtle and hair, I could really bring that together now, right? And so I'm like, dang, every time I go to think of an idea, AI is getting smarter where it's getting to the point where by the end of the year, and it's almost the end of the year now, I'll be able to make my own movie to put on Netflix if I really want to. Now, it would take me probably like 5 months to do all that dang editing, but I'm just saying that's something I could do if I wanted to do it. Ounce of Paradise. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Alexis said, yes, doing good. My birthday weekend. Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Getting younger and younger, right? Gotta feel young. Ain't back in my days. Today is my day. I'm not never gonna tell the youngers, back in my days. No. This is my day, and it's gonna be my day until I leave this earth. And I'm on this earth with all y'all beautiful people. And that's how I look at things. When I go in the store, I don't look at somebody like, look at all them white people, or look at all them black people, or look at that fat person. I don't do none of that. I go in the store and I try to keep a good mind frame, and I'm thinking like, dang, these people are alive on Earth the same time as me. And the Earth's been around for millions and billions of years. We don't even know for real. We just be shooting from the hip when we be saying we know how long it's been around. We're just guessing. But I'm just thankful that the people that I'm meeting on YouTube is different because my life switched all the way around. When I started doing the YouTube, I started meeting other people that probably wouldn't even come around me unless we met this type of way, you know what I mean? And etc. Vice versa, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like you get to choose and pick your friends now, and you can meet good people outside of YouTube. This is bigger than YouTube, you know, like you can meet lifelong friends and a real team. And guess what? When you got a real team, you get so much farther. I could get far by myself. I could come up with $1 million in the next 5 years. I know I could, right? But if I had a team, we could probably come up with $10 million in the next 5 years. See the difference? You know? So, Lexus said, yes, younger. Yes, yes, yes. It's got the orange hearts. You know, I love orange. That's my favorite color. Everyone thinks it's blue, but it's orange. I just be trying to teach these dudes the best way I know how without them being like, I'm a grandpa, I'm not listening to them. So, like, when I speak their language and listen to the same music as them and I could relate to them a little bit more than their parents could, they seem to have a tendency to listen to me a little bit more. Like, I wouldn't be doing this if the little homies wasn't listening to me. I promise you that, right? I'd be like, yeah, they're not listening. I'm not even bothering. Like, it's a waste of energy. Like, I'm smart enough to know that it wouldn't be working out. But since I know that some of the things I do tell these dudes psychologically and in the back of their mind, they implant it. You know, I try to plant that seed. Then I feel like, she said, I'm back. I'm going to stay a little bit longer. All right, cool. Great, great, great. Make sure you leave a comment, too, so I can check you out after this live. But, yeah, so young people call you auntie. Yeah, see, none of them tell me that yet. They don't call me grandpa or nothing like that. They still be thinking I'm in high school and stuff. I be dressing young. Or maybe it's just me thinking I'm in high school still. Say, not really high school, but, you know, I feel young. I don't feel old. I don't feel like I'm gonna get old, right? Even though I know in reality I'm gonna get old and I am getting older, right? But it's all how you think. That's all I know. you think good, you think positive, you eat good, and you put good things in your body, then good things happen, right? You get what you put in, you know. When they say you get out of life what you put in, the same thing. You get what you put poisonings and alcohol in your body, that's what's gonna happen. Yes, paradise, me too, auntie, granny, and mama. Yeah, hopefully I don't get that for a minute, right? That's why I still try to keep working out a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to get frail and old. You know, old people that get frail. My dad got frail. But my granddad, he got stocky, so I hope I get a little bit stocky, but not too stocky. Like, I don't want to gain too much weight. Ounce of Paradise said they see all this gray hair. Laugh out loud. Right? Well, I started growing a little bit of gray hair when I was 24. So I could just tell everybody it was wisdom. But it was a little bit of both stress and wisdom. I was putting myself through the fire and didn't even know it back then. That's how burnt out I was. I wasn't conscious. Like, I don't understand my thinking back then, right? So when I see a little homie that's 13 and 14 years and they're like how I used to be, like, they don't know what to do, but rob and steal, and like all they knew was self-destruction, you know, like I gotta snap them out of it because nobody snapped me out of it, right? Alexis said yes, and I'm not a grandma yet. Right, so look, I'm 42, and my daughter's downstairs, and she is 18, and she has no babies, right? So I'm technically not a grandpa yet, but I've been with my wife, well, my girl, soon to be wife, 10 years, and she has 6 grandbabies. So they do look at me as like I'm a grandpa, and I am kind of like a grandpa, right? So I teach the little homies, and I make my house. My house is a safe house. I don't let people come hang out. There's no way sitting on the couch drinking cigarette or drinking beer, smoking cigarettes. None of that. You know what I mean? I make it a safe haven for the kids, right? Ben the 3 said, "Hey brother, what advice for middle school? I'm going to be my first. Oh, it's gonna be your first day tomorrow. So, all right. So middle school is kind of intimidating, little guy, right? All I say is try not to hang out with the wrong crowd. You'll see the wrong crowd grouping up, and you'll know what crowd I'm talking about, right? But you want to kind of stay to yourself, and you don't want to make enemies, right? You know, just be the cool little dude, you know what I'm saying? And mind your own business, and make sure you get your class. The whole thing is to get your schooling together. You're there to learn. You're not there to be people's friends and stuff. But at the same time, you want to have friends and you want to build relationships. Because I still got a friend that I write right now that's locked up. He's doing a life sentence, and we've been friends since we were 12 years old. And we self-destructed, and he's probably never gonna get out. And I made it out. So my job is to teach y'all how to do better. And so when I was 12 years old, that's when the gangs and the smoking and the drinking and the jumping out windows and sneaking out to go kick it with little girls, that's when all that start happening. So you got to make sure you don't move too quick. Don't grow up too fast, young man. You know, people will respect you more as you get older when they see that you didn't grow up too fast. I know there's everything you want to do now and you want to be grown, but trust me, you're going to get there. And just stay focused. Lexus said, my only baby is 27, but no grands yet. Yep. And that's what's up. I see y'all on the live the other day. Y'all was getting them hours in. Alexis been getting them hours in. Are you close to being monetized? I know you gotta be kind of close. But, and then the other homie who was on there with, Queen, she does a lot of traveling. And she got the coolest boss ever, man. She seems like that would have been the perfect job. She's a bartender, and so I don't go to bars or nothing like that. But everyone does something different in life. Everyone got different talents. She must be good at being a people's person and making drinks. But yep, just stay focused, Ben. You know, it's middle school, and I know it's probably a little bit stressful. Your anxiety's probably up. but you'll be alright, bro. Just go in there like you've been there and you've done that and you know the whole class. You know what I mean? Just go in there with confidence. Speak up, let people know your mind. You know what I mean? Don't be the quiet one that. Well, you could be quiet. I ain't gonna say don't be the quiet one because you want to be able to pay attention and stuff. But you know you don't want to be antisocial. That's what I mean. You know you want to be able to talk. Yeah, just be yourself, little dude, little homie. You know, talk about the game. Let them know how you're a beast on Fortnite, Call of Duty, or whatever. You know, let them know. You know, and find the people that want to do the things that you do, bro. Don't go looking for the cool kids that are doing the self-destructive stuff because it seems like that's what it is. So, and that's what I tell the little girls. The cool kids is only doing the self-destructing stuff to try to make impress the little ladies. So I tell the little ladies it's on them to make sure they get the dudes in check, you know, not to do self-destructive stuff. But it's hard because then they get to argue. You know how that goes. Life is life. All we could do is live it and try to help each other out. And so I made this channel just to try to help the youth out and build a portfolio up. So when I go holler at the people that I need to holler at, I got enough videos under my belt that it shows that I'm not just talking, that I'm really out here doing stuff, right? And like I said, I don't record myself going and giving people money. I feel like I lose my blessings. Ounce of Paradise said, just be yourself. Ben the three said, got you. It just makes me a little scared since it's nothing similar to elementary. Yeah, for sure, right? And then think about it, right? When you get to sixth grade, you got the eighth graders that are about to go to high school, right? But it's gonna be the same thing when you go to high school. You're gonna be like, it's gonna feel like you're going from elementary to middle school again, right? But the only thing is in high school you're still little when you get there. But the seniors, they're grown already. They're grown men, so it's really gonna be intimidating. But just breathe. You got this, bro. I'm telling you, it's nothing, man. Just look at it in your head like, man, it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? I got this. I got this. Just tell everyone how you doing, and just keep pushing. You know how you doing. Don't even talk too much. How you doing, and keep pushing. Get your class stuff together. Get your schooling together, and stay focused, young man. Roddy, Melissa, good night, y'all. I'll let this play for the watch hours. That's what's up, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a beautiful, blessed night. Ounce of Paradise said, Ben, you'll be okay. Yeah, you'll be alright, young man. You gotta get you some sleep. When you get up, get you some breakfast. If your anxiety's going, like I said, take a couple deep breaths. You know what I'm saying? And just tell yourself, you got this, man. It's nothing, you know? They're all gonna love you, man. You'll be alright. For real. And if you need any more advice, you know, all you gotta do is come back to my channel and go on there and make a comment, and I'll give you my email, and you know we could come up with the plan how to get yourself together all the way. Like, do you like sports? Like, you could put a plan together that before you're in high school that there will be scouts looking for you if you play sports, or if you're good at math, or whatever it is. You could take advantage of whatever it is, young man. House of Paradise said, Ben, it was the same way when you started elementary. Ben the three said, thank you, man. You made my day, man. That's what's up, man. I try to do that for everybody, bro, because I didn't have nobody when I was your age. Like, when I was your age, I didn't have nobody. I was 12 years old, and I had to figure it out on my own. There was nobody to cook food for me. There was nobody buying me clothes. You know what I'm saying? So just know it could be worse. And that's why I said when you go to school and you see somebody doing bad, maybe you got a pair of shoes that might be owed to you, but you see somebody at school and their shoes is really, really bad. You might want to just give them that pair of shoes. Like, here you go, man. You can have my pair. Clean them up a little bit and then give it to them. You know what I mean? Because people will remember you forever when you do that type of stuff. Like, man, I didn't have nothing, and this dude just came up to me and gave me some stuff. Like, I still remember childhood friends that did that for me. So I'm not telling you, like, shooting from the hip. I'm telling you from experience, young man. You got this, dude. But I appreciate all y'all that came through. You know, I try to only do an hour live. I'm gonna be doing a couple little short lives here and there, like little 8-minute lives on information and stuff, like little 8-minute videos too. Basically, I shouldn't even do the lives for 8 minutes, but The little 8-minute videos are coming, y'all, and they're gonna be here to teach y'all some stuff. I want to make a couple of them before I put them out there. That way I have more to go, so I have time, so I can consistently upload, because that's what YouTube looks for. I can't upload a video and then wait 3 weeks and upload another video. That's throwing my algorithm off. So I'm getting a couple videos under my belt before I post my next one. And I'm gonna just continue to try to do these lives and help y'all out as much as possible. But I don't know, I'll probably cut this one a little bit early. I know we got 10 more minutes, but I just wanted to come on here. I was gonna let the trolls in. Maybe I shouldn't do that no more, because there's people that was in here like Lil Ben that really need to hear some of the stuff that I had to tell them, and we can't have people in here calling people inappropriate names and stuff like that. So maybe certain times for certain stuff, but the whole thing is to get the point across, and I hope you got the point across, man. Don't give up on yourself. Like I said, 18 months ago, I knew how to save. I didn't even know how to save a file, and now I created a whole bunch of stuff, and I can sell stuff, digital marketing and all that. I just don't have the time for it. So I say all that to say, don't give up on yourself. You can teach yourself anything. Like, don't let no one tell you can't do nothing. I started doing my tattooing, right? Like a year after I started drawing, right? I started drawing Mickey Mouses and Tweety Birds, and people didn't think, oh, what are you gonna do with that? Make $100,000 a year, at least. Like, come on, man. It's always a bigger picture, man. So find your talent. You got a superpower, Ben. You gotta find your talent, little homie. And once you find that talent, you take advantage of it and you take off. You know what I'm saying? You don't look back. What you do is you help other people that are struggling so they can find their super talents too. And you just keep spreading the love. But, all right, Ben said, thank you, man. Now I have a good mindset for tomorrow. I appreciate it a lot. But yeah, brother, I got to get some sleep. Yep, get some sleep, young man. You have a blessed night. Thank you, Ounce of Paradise, Ushan Success, Roddy, Melissa, everyone that tapped in. The other little homie, Alexis, and Ella's Life. I gotta go check out Ella's Life's channel. She likes singing. Gotta get her motivated to do something so she can get it going. Because sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know. You gotta know something, but it's better if you know something and you know people that can get you to where you gotta go. And you never know who knows who. So, but y'all have a blessed night. I appreciate y'all. And I'll be back on here tomorrow night. God bless y'all, man. If y'all have any questions, leave it in the comments so I can answer them. Even if y'all got ideas for videos for me, man. I need all the help I can get for ideas to come at different angles. And Ben, if you see something, because you're young, you could help me out more than anyone else in here, for real. Because you're going through what I'm talking about right now. You're living it. And so you're the one that can bring blessings to me to help the rest of the world too. So with that being said, y'all have a blessed night, man. God bless y'all, and I love y'all, man. Peace.